Yeah, guys. Okay, welcome everybody. Um, let's go back to the video first. So VDM has arrived the House of Reps to attend to the Bobrisky case regarding allegation of cheating, especially him or her now. Okay. But anyways, let me quickly read in summary. Earlier today, some of you know Banke Oniru, one of the organizers of the NSAS, decided to further drag the Falanos and said that Falana charged fees indirectly. That it was only, some of you already read that tweet, that it was only Ogunlana of blessed memory now who was genuine about the intervention for NSAS protesters who were hurt or affected one way or the other during the NSAS protest. But this is what I have to say in all of these things. Gentlemen and ladies, Falz has to drop that legal threat. Yes, Falz, the bad guy, should drop that legal threat. And this is my reason. We are in a time where we need all the fronts, and I mean all the activists, all the comrades who truly and genuinely want progress for this country. We are at a time where we need all of them to come together. Although we know that there are government comrades too, the pro-government comrades who always try to undermine efforts of those who are genuinely fighting for the progress of the country. We need to understand that personalities cannot be the same. Personalities always differ. The fact that Falz's response, Falz's only response so far, was a legal threat, shows that Falanos, or probably only Falz, already had something against VDM. I'm guessing now. Yeah, probably already has something against VDM prior that Bobrisky incident. It is either that or that there is something true in what VDM is saying, and they just want to use legal threats to muzzle VDM. Either of the two. Now I'm talking as somebody, I want to act like I don't even know them, right? And I just want to comment based on what we can all see. The first thing I would have expected was Falz reach out. Mr. Man, that thing is not true. Not like this, not like this, not like this. Even if you don't like him. Because I've seen so many activists comment, many comrades comment that he's just an influencer, he's a mo, they are planting him. What he's still doing so far whether they planted him or not, whether politicians are using him or not, when we get to that bridge, we will find out. But as of right now, what he is exposing is still helping. You don't get what he's exposing right now is still helping to drive forward the wheel of progress for us. You want, in one hand, you all want corruption stamped out. On the other hand, you don't like the method somebody is using to expose the corruption. Do we want it corrected or do we not want it corrected? Quickly, when Banke Oniru shared earlier this morning via tweets alleging that Sarah Abraham was also used to collect 100 million naira from, and also, I said, well, for me, if I want to be factual, Falana only acted as a lawyer. Anybody can approach a lawyer for legal advice or service. Nobody wants punishment, especially that heavy, on them, especially if you have fund and you're a celebrity. It's logical. Let's tell ourselves the truth. It's logical. Oh, it's not going to be convenient. I'm sentenced for spraying money. Oh, sorry. What can I do? You reach out to places you can reach out to, right? That is still normal. Falz then advised, oh, there's something called pardon. You can approach for pardon if it is subject to discretion of the president. If you can get it. Oh, my father had done it for some people before. If the content in that audio is true, we'll still get there. What Falz did is not out of way. What Falana did, if Falana truly eventually involved, is also not out of way. Helping somebody get, oh, somebody wants you to pardon. It is legal. It's professional. If they paid for that legal service, it's also professional. There's no law that says lawyers must be poor now. No. I see a lot of people, they say, oh, why can't you? Are you not a human rights lawyer? They don't pay bills now. They don't pay bills. Lawyers don't have to be poor, especially under the excuse that they are human rights lawyers. No. They have to charge for their services, except only if they see that the client is incapable or cannot afford. They then have something they call pro bono. But if you can afford, they should charge. I was there at the candle, was it Night of Tributes for Bamidele Aturu? How many of you know Bamidele Aturu? He was, a very vibrant lawyer then. When he departed and they were doing Night of Tributes for him, I was there. Falana made a comment about Bamidele Aturu. He said, Bamidele Aturu, a very good and vibrant lawyer, very good at what he does. He knows the law. He works very well. He's diligent. But he doesn't know how to charge fees. He doesn't know how to charge fees. That was Falana's comment about Bamidele Aturu. Falana is a lawyer and is also a professional. He's a businessman. Falana is good at what he's doing. Falana knows how to charge fees. Yes, if you come to him to get a job done, he will do it. And he knows how to charge fees. You understand? Yeah. And he also knows how to balance things up. Don't be surprised if whatever you see later coming out about Falana, whether true or false, believe them. You know why? He can be loyal to. I learned a lot of things when Showore was going through his trial in the hand of Buhari. Falana can be loyal to Showore. At the same time, legal advisor to government in any capacity. He can be loyal to Showore, defending him, and still be a friend and lawyer to Osinbajo, the vice president of the principal that was prosecuting the same Showore. He can be. He's a lawyer. He can advise anybody. Legal advice. So, when we were in court, and this will help VDM too in case they eventually go to court. When they were in court, and they said Showore was cyber-stalking the president, he was calling for revolution, he was doing this. Falana was in court that day. We were together in Abuja. And he said, Melo, and he brought out documents. In 2011, when the incumbent president lost election, he, alongside other party associates, went on the street and called for a revolution. My Lord, my client, Mr. Showore, is only reiterating what they said before. We have a witness to call, my Lord. We need the president. He is our number one witness in this case. He also called for a revolution before. He called for a revolution before Showore. They now needed to bring president in the witness box to come and explain what revolution means when he called for it. It then became difficult. Who will go and bring president to the witness box? They look stupid. They started amending charges. They started adjourning until eventually the case fell out and they fell on its face like a pack of cards. VDM, if eventually it gets to the stage where they want to say compulsorily you defamed Falz or the Falanas, excuse me, your number one witness is Falz the bad guy himself. When he said Mr. Yakubu, a man should be fraudster, nobody pursued him. And I'll say something quickly. Did VDM say something that was truly actionable in court, like sounding like a defamatory statement? Did he say something like that? Is it actionable in court if you feel defamed? If you feel defamed, is it actionable in court? The answer is yes. If you feel defamed by anybody's statements to you, is it actionable in court? The answer is yes. Number two question. Is it therefore everything that is actionable? Is it everything that is therefore actionable that we therefore take to court and go and action it? The answer is no. Why? There's legality and there's morality. Law and morality. This is where I want to talk to Falz the bad guy. Please, drop that lawsuit. Is it actionable if you feel defamed? Yes. But is it compulsory that you bring out all your war chests and you say, I must use, because you are, of course, definitely, that is your territory, you are around the corridor of power. Do you therefore use your sledgehammer at every time? The answer is, I don't think so. Yes, if you feel defamed is actionable. But is it every time you hear that somebody defamed you that you want to react to everything? Especially in this case, I'll say, I don't think so. You know why? This is a time where people are hungry. For instance, tomorrow is October 1st. People are talking about using the avenue to come out and pour out their minds. It is the same time that you now want to be doing this with VDM, who is becoming another rallying point that can be useful. Will it not look like they are using you to distract? Will it not look like Falz is trying to distract people? So that is why I'm not saying if you go to court, you will be wrong. No. I'm not saying you don't have a right. No. I'm not saying you are also not right. If you sue him, you will be right. But I'm saying that is law. Legality. Legality on one side, morality of a course or action also on the other. If Mr. Yakubu wanted, he would have also gone to court for defamation when you sang and even use it as a challenge on social media. Mr. Yakubu, you understand? He could have. But legally speaking, he could have. But would he need it? He felt no. Falz, if you react to everything you hear, how many lawsuits in a month or in a year would you be putting out? It's not necessary. I would rather think that if you want to go to court, therefore, don't sue VDM alone. Because Bobrisky will even be a witness and you will also be a witness. Sue both VDM and Bobrisky. That is the only way I will see your intent as genuine here. I'm just talking as I want to assume and distance from all of you. Sue VDM and sue Bobrisky alongside. Is the person in the alleged tape. You understand? But the idea of avoiding or excusing Bobrisky completely, but going to sue VDM, public perception will not absolve you, Falz. It will not. And we both know what is at stake here. Public opinion will not absolve you, Falz. So if you want to sue VDM compulsorily, you must sue the two. Sue both VDM who made that suggestive statement and sue the person allegedly in that audio alone. That is what we'll see honesty in your anger and not some subjective actions. You understand it now? That said, I'll come to VDM. VDM, if you overdo at some point, you will become petty and you will lose it. And I'll explain why. You have such audio. You have such audio. You could have limited yourself, restricted yourself only to the content in that audio if you really must react to it. But going out of the way to start suggesting that Falz is a gable, you know what I mean? In a country where the law on paper, the law frowns totally at homo, you know what I mean? You are now suggesting such. And it was a very funny coincidence that Falz is not even married yet. Do you know what you are suggesting to public? And that's why I said, is it actionable? If Falz felt defamed, yes, it is actionable. But should Falz have therefore done it? It's not everything that is actionable that we therefore throw legal muscles at. No, not necessary. There are some things you just call the person and say, excuse me, that nonsense you did is wrong. Excuse me. That was, you can even come out too and punch him back online. You understand? It could be yabbies. It's not everything you now want to show that you are at the corridor of law. No. And let me even ask, why is it? Why is it? If I may ask, why is it that Bobrisky already suggested that he was extremely depressed? He felt betrayed by who leaked the audio. He suggested that he was already contemplating suicide. And suddenly, because Falz is writing legal notice and all that, whatever he heard or whoever spoke to him or whatever they discussed at the background, he then came up with, he muzzled up and now threw $1 billion lawsuit at VDM at the same time. Excuse me, what was that suicide break for? That's depression. I mean, is it mood swing or what is it exactly? What is it exactly? For me, the only thing VDM did wrongly, which he must start to caution himself. Don't say because they have crowd, they are following people who are saying Nigerians, the Nigerians that I know very well, the Nigerians we me know. The moment a new hero comes, you will expire. Hello, Nigerians. There was a time, oh, should I go? Should I still there now? But how many people still be follow? The same thing. Suddenly they'll say, oh, we don't like his method. He's too. They'll look for a soft person again after following. When Igboho came, act my country in it. If you see the crowd following Igboho, you reach one point, the same crowd begin to turn back small, say, yo, too much safe. VDM. VDM. I'm not trying to discourage you, but we learn from history, Sha. Don't overdo. Be moderate at it. There. The idea of going overboard, straying out of the context, going for therefore to suggest that somebody is a gable, except you have evidence to it. But just by merely suggesting it, they okay. But for Falz, no be everything with the actionable with the action. No be everything with the actionable, not with the action. You may even among the activist community, there were instances where there will be OPC, Oda People's Congress, they are fighting for liberation of this or that. There will be CD, Center for Democracy, fighting for, there will be this, there will be that. All of them, during June 12, they all came together, fought the same cause. Not to say them like themselves through all of them. Some will get beef. Even till now, there are some CDHR, some this, some that. Somebody will break out of one organization, go and start another one, and say they are losing focus in that one. It's normal. All comrades. You understand? But my concern is this. Our politicians, the people who are using power to oppress the masses, they all don't agree at their approaches. No be say everybody agree with everybody approach. But when it is time to do something major, maybe like an election, they know how they agree among themselves. Say, come on, if we don't do it this way, we all lose. So why you go there? You go there. You do this. You go that. Oh yeah, you do this. Like the one that happened in the last election. Make I not talk about it. You say, if you remain in PDP, if Atiku wins, power is going back to the north after Buhari just finished 8 years. Don't do that too. You leave PDP. Let's go and plant you in Labour so that you can break PDP votes and power can come to South. But some people were happy. It's our turn. It's our man. It's our man. They don't know say na game them play. You understand? Politicians have a way of playing their games, even though they don't always agree. Why are comrades difficult? Especially, there's a problem. This thing is more like ego. It's more like ego. I see it as ego drive in most cases. Ego drive. You see sometimes Agberu, as much as you see them as thugs, touts, and all that, Agberus, they have a way. They have a way. Thank you so much, Dr. Mike Ola, Show TV. God bless you. Now, Agberus have a way of reconciling among themselves. If they come together and say, MC New, as ruffians as you think they know how they are organized. They are organized. Agberus, they are organized. If they come out together and say, MC lost, okay, say go, New, say go, they will agree again. You understand? These are more like rival factions, so rivaling seriously. But when it is time to take a decision, you say, come, America, don't let us lose this opportunity, this shot. Oh, yeah, you go, yeah, you go. Okay, I give it to you. Oh, yeah, you go. They come out and say, oh, yeah, we have agreed. He will be. Me, I will do this. Yeah. Politicians the same way. They call themselves and they agree. But among our educated people, hey, you go too much. We not agree. We will now start forming different factions, different groups, different organizations. We await the outcome of the House of Reps meeting with VDM, EFCC, and the rest of them. But for me, I think we should all have our focus on what was exposed. We should rather focus on what was exposed rather than trying to use one activist to fight another comrade. And we know they need that distraction. Nah, beg. We know they need that. So that's my one thing. If you don't like me for it, it's fine. It's okay. I mean, it's natural. It's human. You understand? That's my advice for VDM, Mr. Man. If you talk too much, sometimes you start sound petty. Okay, I saw one video on TikTok. Yeah, I'm faster. It's already showing on you that somehow you're overwhelmed. You are don't overdo. Sometimes chill. Okay, sometimes chill. And the idea of revealing everything on air prior to the courts, you don't have to do that, please. If you reveal all your strategies ahead, they will prepare defense, they will prepare neutralizer for. If you know what they call evidence, the evidence act. What if you have it and they have technicality to force it from being admitted in evidence. Oh, more. Now, these are Falana is very good at his work. Oh. No go. Anyways, it's just my simple advice for VDM. Don't go out of the content to begin to suggest or insinuate things that can destroy or damage somebody's image in public. By suggesting Gebu in a country that frowns at Omo, no, wrong, bro. Wrong, bro. Wrong. Restrict yourself to content in that. Oh, Bobrisky never did his service in according to this audio. Simple. And he reached out to Falz. Simple. And Falz tried to help. Simple. What we want to establish is it did not, or she did not, or they, if you are not sure of somebody's gender, now they have been, the pronoun will be they. Okay, they did not serve their term in the rightful correctional center. Instead, they were prepared another special place, and it was a 5-star treatment. You want to expose something there. But going out of that context to be suggesting Gebu, because that thing is making a lot of people to start thinking. For instance, people went back to the lists of those that were said to have contributed money for them, that is Bobrisky, while they were in supposedly or purportedly in that world, and they began to say, oh, wait, VDM already suggested that Mr. Falz may be Gebu for initiating or having that contact or interaction. Mr. Falz may be Gebu. Therefore, all these people who gave money to Bobrisky, they are also that is too no get wife. Do you know that is what it will people started visiting that list. You are suggesting a lot of things. Oh, coincidentally, Don Jazzy too no get wife. Coincidentally, Falz never married. Coincidentally, this person no dey a partner house. This person no get hobby. That one no get. That is the damage such suggestion or insinuation could do. So for VDM, my only advice is try and be limiting yourself to the context or content of whatever you are reacting to. Going out of it to suggest other things, please avoid. Number 2 is for Falz. Is if you feel defamed, is it actionable in court? Yes. But is it everything that is actionable that you therefore action? Maybe not. I don't think so. That's my advice for Falz. So if you ask me, drop it. Drop the legal threat. And let us also start looking forward to correcting the issues. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's wait for outcome of the visit to